We'll see what's going on here. For those of you who are going to watch this later, we had a really cool setup all planned out. I had cameras all over the place. Unfortunately, the machine that I usually use for streaming went up in flames. Hence the 100% less flame slash totally irate and irrational pro shop guy. So right now we're running on a laptop camera and an HD net camera over here, which we're not actually sure if it works or not. So I'm really hoping somebody out there can kind of drop me a line and let me know. Because once we know this works, we're going to start drilling. The hell with everybody else. Oh, there's Matt Boone. All right, what did Matt Boone say? Matt Boone said, yes, I can see you on both camera angles. Hooray! All right. All right, let's see here. We got 7 people on here. Okay, so here's the plan. We have 2 balls that we're going to drill up right now. We've got the Thug Corrupted and the Radical Primo. Now, I've already laid these balls out, and I'll use the camera. I'll take you guys around so you can see the layouts and stuff before I lock it in. We have the group chat open if you guys want to join that. The sky is the limit for questions, and everything is open. So if you want to ask me about what I'm doing, the equipment I'm drilling, if you want to ask me about my beard and care tips, if you want to ask me what, I don't know, whatever you want, it's all open for you guys. This is a special event just for you. I thought it would be really cool since we got the equipment a little later and we weren't able to do the reviews for release, that we kind of make you guys a part of it. Now, we didn't get the equipment on release because this stuff is so popular. It was back ordered where we are so badly that we actually put our order aside so that customers could get this equipment before we did because it was so popular. That's how much we love you guys, is that we actually gave up our chance at throwing this stuff early so that you guys could have it on time. And that's just kind of the thing that we do. I get the feeling that nobody's going to use the chat. So if we want to run this kind of AMA style, and oh, somebody posted a comment. Nick posted a comment. Everything works. Thanks, Nick. Scoops out there. If you guys actually want to comment on one of the places I've pushed a link for this gathering, if you don't want to join the group chat, I will answer stuff whenever it comes up. Okay, I got it all. I'm going to sit back and learn. I'm drinking my milk. And when I grow up, I want to be a PSO. That's so sweet. If you're lucky, you can grow up and grow a beard like me. God, that thing is long. All right, so before we get started, I'm going to take you guys for a tour of kind of the behind the scenes here. We are deep in the heart of... Oh, did you guys see my new shirt? The beard is here. I like that. I'm going to take you guys... We're deep in the heart of LSR's HQ. We've got the pro shop that's still kind of under construction. It's only about halfway done. It's more right now like a sound stage so that we can give you guys a little better look at when we're doing our reviews and stuff, so it's not so plain. But let me grab the camera here and I'll take you guys for a tour. Okay, so as you can see right here, we've got a wall of balls. The worst, might be the worst thing I've ever said. Of course, my cool turbo thumb. There's the Primo over there, and all of my refinishing products and such. Now you will happen to notice, as I get a little closer over here, that is a 1981 Brunswick Grizz. Very, very rare. One of my favorite finds. I'll come across here. Of course, we've got our awesome Switch Grip shirt, our Team Brunswick bags, and something that you guys have probably never seen before. This is my 1940s, 1950s, almost indestructible Gilmac precision ball driller. It's not a mill drill, it's a precision ball driller. I know that because it says it right on it. That might be backwards for you guys. I'm pretty sure it might be backwards. Keeping watch on it, of course, is my, if it's backwards, my right-handed Parker Bone III, back when he had the sweetest stash on tour. All right, and then, of course, my Turbo Rex. I got to give a big shout out to Lori and Team Turbo. True story, both Scoops and I used Turbo stuff before we started doing these videos. And to be honest with you, as I've said before, you probably couldn't pay me enough money to leave Turbo. Superior quality, superior product, blah, blah, blah. I know you guys are saying, oh, it's a commercial, blah, blah, blah. I mean it from the heart. Even when we started the show, before they sent us stuff, we used their equipment. If you look back at our very first shows, which were pretty horrible, we still always use Turbo gear. All right, and then of course some shoes. I've got my old SST 4s from about 18 years ago, my TPUXs, all sorts of good stuff. All right, but, ooh, Inception. All right, the main event. Here we go. We have one Thug Corrupt. Now, this little bad boy here is going to be our first one in the press. We have laid this one out, or I have. You guys ever notice I always use we? I guess it's probably the royal we, because I'm always thinking of like myself and Scoops. We laid this one out at 60 degrees by 5 inches by 35. Now, for those of you who have not watched our Drilling Decoded show before, you probably have no idea what that means. So I'll give you guys a quick rundown. When it comes to the dual angle system, so when you get those 3 numbers like that, it basically is saying how the ball is going to transition. I think that's the best way I can put it to you guys. While most of reaction is out of the cover stock now, the way that we lay it out with those angles tells us how quickly or how slowly it's going to react to friction, if it's going to be more of a round shape, if it's going to roll early, if it's going to be more of a hockey stick shape and be more angular down lane. All that's explained through the actual numbers that we do. So for this one, we went 60 degrees, which is, it's decently long. The maximum is 90. And basically we wanted this ball to be about a middle of the road for length in comparison to where it could be. 5 inches on the pin to pap means that this ball is going to be a little more angular down lane when it reacts. And then the 35 degrees, that's how fast it responds to friction. So basically it's going to go down the lane a decent amount. When it reacts to friction, it's going to be a little more snappy off the back. And when it sees friction, it's going to really, really react to it. If you look at our reviews, we always post the dual angle settings for it so that you guys can see what we're doing. So, enough from me. I should probably shut my face and see if you guys have some questions, and then we can lock this sucker in our press. So let's see what we got here. I'll put you guys back up. Oh, hey. All right. I'm sorry to scare you guys like that and not tell you my face was coming back. As my phone hits the ground. Cool. All right. Let's see what we got here. See if we got some questions. Ooh, more comments. Was it Turbo that made the gold grips years ago? I'm not sure, actually. I have, up until recently, always only used black and clear grips. Maybe I was a purist or just a butthead or something, but I didn't see the reason to have colored grips. I already knew kind of what my ball was doing. Well, yeah, you know what? I was probably a butthead. I never realized that you could color coordinate and that seeing how your finger inserts were actually moving on the ball could actually make you a better bowler. So I'm not sure about the gold ones, but they definitely have them now. They have, just in the shop here, I've got white and black and yellow and red and clear. And I know there's a ton of other colors. I want to get some blue ones in. I think there are green ones too. There's so many different kinds. It's awesome. All right. So let's see here. Friend requests. Hey, Tony, thanks for sharing our event that's going on right now. So let's give this a try. Okay, so we've gone over what we've laid this ball up to do. So why don't we try and get this locked in the press here? Oh, Cynthia's got another thing here. If you wanted that ball to arc instead of flip later, what degree would it be at? Okay, so if I wanted this to flip later, basically with asymmetric equipment, the farther you put the pin from your pap, the longer it waits to make its move. And then you can shine the cover up a little bit more so it retains a little bit more energy to make it flip down lane. For myself personally, I would probably not go past 5.5 inches. And I'd probably take the cover up to 2,000 or 3,000 to get it really far down lane before it reacted. With the angles, when we talk about how quickly it responds to friction or how slowly it responds to friction, when you start jacking up that last number there, basically it slows down when it sees the friction before it starts making it kind of changing states from skid. So changing the angle isn't exactly going to do, I think, what you're thinking. The pin to pap will, like I said, will make it a little more angular down lane, and then changing the surface, we can get it to get a little bit farther down before it reacts. Now, I have thrown, if you actually go back and watch our show on the React Solid, the V2, we actually did that ball, I believe, at 90 by 2.5 by 70, which meant it got into a roll a lot faster. It was much more archy, with a slow response to friction and a very long distance before it transitioned out of a skid. That ball was super, super smooth. If you want something that's going to be more skid snap, if you want it to specifically skid snap, I think you're better to go into a Yeti Uncaged or the Forterra, either the Exile or the Intrigue, or my favorite, the Yeti Uncaged. Did I say Yeti Uncaged already? I might have. The Hooligan from Deviate. The Hooligan and the Hooligan Taunt are the skid snap for that line. Oh boy, I think we're going to get this thing. I think we're going to get it in there. Oh, Dan Nelson mentioned me in a comment. Okay, girls want to come up and play. Thanks, Dan. All right, let's get this thing locked in the press. How about that? Let's see what we can do here. All right, so let's bring the camera here down to my level. Actually, I'm going to tuck you guys into my beard. This might be the weirdest thing I've ever done. Okay, so you guys are kind of seeing, no, you're seeing my beard. Well, for a moment here, you're going to see what I see. So we're going to grab this. Place that in there. Now, unlike most traditional drill presses, this press loads from the top here, and actually the entire base holds it in rather than locking the base in and then having it move independently of the actual press. The press itself moves. Kind of a weird thing, but man, does it ever work nice. For those of you who've drilled with a Gilmac before, you know that once you get good at it, there's just about nothing out there that you can do in a regular press that you can't do in a Gilmac, including ovals. Somebody told me that you can't do ovals in a Gilmac, and I would call shenanigans on that because I have done ovals in this. It is just a little bit more difficult, and it takes some skill and some practice. All right, so we've got the thug right here. Now let me see here. Oh, there it is. Now, one of the things I really like about this is kind of cool. We actually have the Precision Control Ball Driller Aimer. That gets locked on the top here. And it actually allows you, when you're putting the ball into spot, to line it up and make sure all your lines are centered with your press when you're doing it. So I'm gonna line this up and let you guys watch here. All right, so there we are. You can look down on that. You can see the lines line up with 12 and 6 and 9 and 3. Boom, that ball is locked in and we are ready to start drilling. All right, so before we get started here, as always, we're going to be putting in the turbo switch grip. So we've got our bit here for Gilmac. Thanks to Chuck for making this for me. We had to do a couple alterations to it to make it fit into my machine. But Chuck was able to knock one of these out for turbo for the actual Gilmac press, which is so super cool because most people cannot do this kind of stuff on Gilmac, and we're just that cool. All right, so see if we can get you guys a cool vantage point here to watch what's going on. All right. Well, that's actually not bad. There's a little bit more in there so you can see. All right, so I'm going to check the phone here and see if we have any questions. Oh, thank you, Jimmy. That's much appreciated. Very, very appreciated. Jim just commented that he was enjoying it. He thought it was really kind of cool what we were doing here. Not as professional as I would have liked it. Beard vision, that's a new angle. Yes, that's absolutely a new angle. Copy mark, trademark, Laneside Reviews. All right, now you can see here I'm actually turning this and it moves the whole press. Is that not wild? Like the entire press actually moves around the ball rather than moving the ball back and forth. Okay, so we're going to put our switch grip bit in here. Just going to raise my chuck. Now the hydraulics on my little baby here are starting to go, which kind of sucks. I'll show you guys a little later. My reservoir is actually now a Popeyes protein container. From the Popeyes is a supplement sales company here in Ontario, Canada, because my reservoir actually disintegrated. So eventually I'm going to have to fix that, but you know. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to line up my drill bit to my center line and make sure, even though we've used that precision guide there to make sure it's centered, I am a bit of a stickler, and I always like to make sure that I'm set here. All right. So we've got that zeroed in there. And I'm going to make sure that my pitches are set to where they should be. Now, if you watch the switch grip video, you're supposed to kind of drill straight into the ball with switch grip. Personally, I drill all of my stuff at quarter away from palm. It just allows me to fiddle with, have multiple thumbs with different angles in them without kind of glancing the sides and such. I wouldn't recommend that to anybody else. It's my own personal thing, and for customers' equipment, I always make sure that I do it the right way. I'm just a weirdo. I don't know if the beer gave that away. All right, so we're at 0 degrees, side pitch, and we're at a quarter out from palm. Oh, I got a messenger message now. All right. So let's get drilling. And while I'm drilling, I can tell you guys stories, and you guys can make fun of me and blah, blah, blah. I really wish you guys were in the group chat. It actually really disappoints me because I wanted to be able to interact like instantly with you guys. I have no idea how to make the chat work for you guys or how that works. I don't even know if you guys can see it. Let's see here, but I'm just going to load up some stuff. I'm going to load up Facebook here so I can see stuff wherever I am. Hey, Sal. I hope you're watching out there. I see you shared the link. Thank you very much. If you guys actually want to go to the Laneside Facebook, I can answer any questions you guys post there as well. And that's going to be coming directly to my face. If you guys can hear that, that's my Chihuahua in the background. All right, so let's get to drilling. Okay, so let's roll this sucker back here. Now, I'm a bit of a weirdo when I drill my fingers and thumbs. I take a very slow process to it. Just because if I take the time to measure somebody out, I want this fit to be exact all the time. So I take a lot of pride in my drilling, especially when I'm drilling for myself, because if I screw up my own equipment, I got nobody to blame. So let's see here. Holy moly, 7 interactions. People are having a good time over here. Oh. How does one find this chat? Hi, Steven. It's apparently supposed to be in the Google Hangouts if you go in it. As I said, if you guys just want to post in the Laneside Facebook, you guys, hi, Andrew. I see you there. You're watching as well. You guys are more than welcome to just post stuff there. And I will answer whatever questions you have, sing you guys songs, tell you stories, whatever it is that your heart desires. All right, so let's see here. So just go ahead and post away. Let's rock and roll this ball. I keep saying that, and I keep getting distracted. Okay. So we got that locked in. And let's do a little bit of work here. Let's do some damage. I don't need that yet. So as I said, the first thing I like to do is I like to check my lines. So I'll do just a preliminary hit of the surface there. I'll actually show you guys here. Even though we lined everything up, and we tried to line everything up perfectly, you can see that we're actually about a 16th off there. So I'm going to adjust it a little bit more so that I can get it to run perfectly right up and down this line here. So, oh, actually, I have an idea. Hold on, guys. I got an idea here. You're going to hold tight for a second. Idea. Oh, a lot of action going on over there. You can hear the old phone going crazy, so maybe people are posting questions now. I think I have an idea so you guys can come along a little easier for the ride here. And a much better setup before. I'm kind of sad that it went up, but you know. All right, look at that. Oh yeah, now you guys can see what's going on. Okay, let's see what people are commenting on. I see Gav Roberts there. Gav, can't find the Google Hangouts, but we're watching on YouTube. Thanks for joining us, Gav. All right. So, for those of you just joining us, we've locked the ball, we've locked the Thug Corrupt into the press there. Oh, I got a question from somebody. Should I change my pro shop since he never searched for my PAP and made me start 4-inch drillings and I don't get really the reaction of my balls I want to see till now? Oh, I always suggest to people, go check out your local IBP SIA or IPSIA certified pro shop. When you go to see a pro for the first time, they really should be checking your PAP, checking all of your flexibilities, all your pitches and everything to make sure that everything is nice and comfortable for you. So I would definitely recommend at least talking to people. It never hurts to go in and talk to your pro shop guy and say, hey, why haven't you done this? I'm not throwing anybody under a bus or anything, but I'm saying that if you're the customer and if you want to know an answer, then you are more than entitled to get one. All right, so I'm going to push this over. We were about a 16th out, so let's move this press about a 16th over, like that. Lock it back in. I'm going to drop this sucker. As I said, my hydraulics are leaking a little bit, so I'm going to wipe a little bit off. All right, beard is still here. Let's make sure we get this locked right into the right spot here. You guys are probably looking at my bald spot right now, thanks. There used to be hair there. I used to actually, you can ask Scoops, I used to have really, really long hair. And I used to dye it all the time. And one time I decided to get it professionally done. And they screwed it up. Not only did they screw it up, but they decided to, instead of trying to tone it to fix it, because I was going blonde, imagine me blonde, they dyed it again. So they basically bleached it twice and burned my head. And all my hair fell out. And from there, it just wasn't interested in hair anymore. So let's see what we got going here. All right, so we ran it again. We're going to check our cut to make sure that this is centered, which it is perfectly. Awesome. All right, let's see if I can grab you guys a better view here while I'm drilling. So you can see right down in. There we go. How's that? I bet you guys have never had this view before. Well, unless you're a pro shop operator. All right, so let's get this sucker lined up. Oops. Probably my bald spot again. Sorry, guys. Looks good right there. All right, this may be loud, guys. I'm really sorry. Let's check it one more time here, guys. Sorry about that. As I said, I'm going to check it one more time here. I always like to be super careful. Like I said, I always like to make sure, yeah, that's perfect cut. Perfecto. All right, let's rock this sucker in. All right, I hope that wasn't too loud for everybody. Okay, so you guys probably saw me stop there and clean out that thumb hole while I was drilling in there. I like to make sure, because the Gilmac is a little bit of an older machine, I like to make sure that this hole gets nice and clean while I'm drilling, pulling out the debris that's in there, because this motor may not be as powerful as some of the other drill presses out there. It just means that I'm going to have the exact same fit, exact same depth every single time with every single switch grip that I do. They don't say you have to do it in the video, but I mean, why not? You got the time. Just going to clean up a little bit here. All right, let us install a switch grip thumb assembly. Ooh, I got some questions. All right. Patrick Rapp. Patrick, thank you for watching. Let's see what Pat has to say here. Oh, no, I already read his thing. Hey, there's Tony. Let's see if I can. There's Tony. Hey, Tony. That one. Let's see what Pat's posted on here. Posts on page. Hey, Rob. I just want to say thanks for the great. No, that was somebody else. Nope. For you guys in Seattle, sorry, just answering messages here. For you guys in Seattle, I'm going to be out there in September. Oh boy, trying to get people's messages. There are a lot of messages on here. Patrick, I sent you an answer to yours. All right, let's get back to things. Okay, switch grip. Switch grip. Ooh. It's in 3D. I'm pretty sure that anybody under the age of 30 probably didn't get that joke. But for all you people out there who've seen SCTV or know John Candy, that was damn funny stuff. Well, I really wish I could interact with you guys more. I don't know why the chat is not there for you guys. I think next time I stream this, I'm probably going to stream on like a Twitch or a Ustream, because I know they have it built right in there. So we'll give that a try next time. For first broadcast, this isn't bad. So, sorry, what I was doing there is I was taking my 320 grit sandpaper and I was just scuffing up the outside. That way it's got a nice surface to adhese to when I put the glue in. It's a good word for the day, adhese. Now, I always clean mine off when I'm doing as well to make sure there's no foreign debris. Like I said, I'm a weirdo. All right, so I'm getting out my Slow Zip from Turbo. No, this isn't a commercial. The very first time I did one of these, I used Turbo Zip Plus on here. Funny thing about Zip Plus is it gets hard really fast. Yeah, I started putting the thumb insert in, and then it was completely sealed, and it wasn't all the way in yet. All right, so let's get some glue here. I always get the glue about a 1/4 inch down. With the Deviate stuff and Radical and Brunswick, it's basically where the cover stock ends. Always had really great results with that. Line this sucker up here. So pretty. There's a little notch on the bottom here for you Pro Shop guys. This is supposed to be at 6 o'clock. It lines up with your bottom line from your thumb, from your center line for your thumb. It drives me crazy when people put this in the wrong spot. people who put it over here or at the top or wherever. It makes it difficult for other pro shop guys. I know you're trying to be, you know, fun and you know, maybe have it exclusive so people can't go other places, but to be honest with you, it just really ticks off customers when they go to another pro shop and get a ball drilled and they don't know about that, and the guy puts it in correctly and now their thumb doesn't fit. Now he looks like an idiot. So, or you look like an idiot, either one. So I'm going to let this dry for a second. We're going to knock out the fingers here. So we're going to bring the press back up here. We're going to remove the switch grip bit. I just have to find my extractor tool here. Oh, I think we got a comment here. Oh, I got a message here from Tony. Hey, Rob. You know that me at Rhonda Pro Shop and Glenn at Robbie's Pro. Thank you for all the reviews, and this ball drill up is great. Hey, glad to help out. You know what? I love you guys over there. I gave you guys a shout out. I think that being able to have these reviews in a pro shop, as a customer, I know when I go in and there's a million balls there to choose from, being able to have something to look at and get an idea for is super awesome. We got something else here. Okay, we got a comment from Michael Steven. Says definitely do Twitch. It has good built-in chat. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Michael. Yeah, I have to say that probably we'll be going with Twitch then. All right. So we're letting that thumb dry. We're going to knock out these fingers here. I need my 31/32. That's right. My grip extractor. Oh, Rob's a little scatterbrained. So, you know, I have a very technical tool for helping me get out the switch grip bit from my Gilmac. Now, normally, I have to say that normally I have worked with switch grip bits in regular presses, and they come out like butter. Because we had to modify this one, I have a very, very old machine with a slightly different chuck than most of the rest of the machines. We had to modify it. It's still a little bit sticky when we get in there, so all we do is we just put this in here to hold it, and it just slides right out. Also might help if I, bring that up a little bit so it's not resting on the ball. And see, it just slides right out. Bada bing. All right, so we got our 31/32 bit here. Now, for myself personally, I do not have good flexibility in my fingertips, specifically my middle one. You can actually see that when I hold it up straight, it actually turns into my other finger there. After years of wrestling and playing baseball and stuff, my finger's a little mangled. So I use a quarter away from palm. I know that's not the correct term, but I'm trying to make it easier for everybody else, so don't flame me later. But a quarter away just so that my fingers don't have to quite flex as much when I'm throwing the ball. I use a 5/16 bridge at a quarter out and a quarter away. So we're going to adjust pitch here to a quarter away. I'm going to try to dump glue everywhere because sticking to my press would be the coolest thing ever on video. And then we're going to slide this into position. Sounds like we got a message here. Should really keep this closer to me. Sorry, just messaging back. Anthony Rivera. Anthony's one of my closest friends out in Seattle. He's one of the gentlemen I'll be out there visiting in September. So I just got to message him back because we've got some stuff going on here. It'll actually be funny because at some point I'm going to show him that I'm talking to him. So it's going to be kind of like textception, because I'll be texting him while showing him that I'm texting him, and I might actually text him while I'm showing him that I'm texting him. On last packs Austin dinner. Oh, is it best to show that the outside has a mark on it to line up with the center? Oh, yeah, I just did. Sorry about that. Yeah, I guess there's a little bit of a lag for you guys, so you might be a little bit behind, or I might be a little bit behind in answering you guys. Okay, so you guys, I'm going to move you so you don't have to look at my bald spot again. And I'm going to move you up here so you can look into the press. Ooh, that's a good view for you guys, actually. It's a damn good view. For a damn good ball. I don't know if we're going to get through both balls tonight. We may have to do another one of these tomorrow. With all the issues that happened. Now you'll notice that I haven't switched over for my bridge yet on the press here. I always check my center line before I drill. Get down there, get in. This is like the least professional stream ever. I'm sorry, guys. All right, so I always check my center line as I did with my switch grip bit. Double check to make sure I'm dead on that line. You know, we noticed that it was a 16th off here. It should still be a 16th off at the top, which it was. So I'm going to line my bit up with my first cut line, my left finger on my right hand. Bada bing. Lift the press, and let's move this over to exactly where I want. Bang. So I'm at a quarter over, quarter away from palm, and at my bridge, drop it again, make sure I'm at a good distance from the line. Bada bing, and I'm going to do a test hole again. Now, like I said, I'm a little paranoid. I like the fit to be good, and just by drilling just a tiniest little hole in there, just to drop your bit in, it allows you to make sure that your drill bit lines up with that cut line really nicely. So that way, like I said, your fit's going to be the same every time. So let's do some damage here. I'm going to get the old shop vac. Sorry, guys, if this is loud again. All right, we got one finger done. It's been kind of cool, actually. All right, so we got a good. So we're going to roll the other side. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to change our pitch for the other side. Because if you don't change your pitch this way, you end up with two fingers that meet in the center like this. And you don't want two fingers to meet the center like that. One, your bridge is probably going to fall apart. Two, it's going to be really uncomfortable. Three, you're going to look like an idiot. I'm pretty good at that third one, though. So we got a quarter way here. We're still at a quarter away from palm. And let's roll this sucker back. Eventually, I'm going to have to replace this thing. I'm going to be really sad because this thing really is so easy to use. When I started learning how to drill, it was about 2004. We had gold medal coach Richard Shockley come up to Mississauga and do coaching with us, and he also took some time in the pro shop when I was being the GM for Brunswick Zone Mississauga. I was a GM in training there. It was an awesome thing. I guess they're now Brunswick Bullmore. All right, so. But he taught us on this, and even he loved these machines because they were pretty well indestructible, and he taught us how to drill on this thing in about 20 minutes. Now, if I can pick it up in 20 minutes, I mean, a trained chimp could probably pick it up in 5, so, I mean, that line looks good. Line looks good. Quarter away. That's right, quarter away. Well, that was loud and annoying. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so we've got fingers drilled. We have to come back and cut down this thumb insert here. Hey! There's Tony and Chuck. Chuck on the truck. Chuck is an amazing man. So is Tony. Tony's really awesome. Okay, surprised there haven't been more questions out there. Feel free, guys, to ask whatever you want. Listen to me, you know, just rattle on about whatever. Okay, so let's reset some pitches here because we're going to cut down that thumb. Now, another funny thing about these Gilmax is you can't use a regular plug cutter in them. The plug cutter that comes with them, normally you'd think you'd just be able to set it at 0 and 0 and hit that thing and it would just cut it down nice and pretty. But it doesn't. Now you got to remember these things were made a very, very long time ago. Adjusted there to and things kind of work differently back then, so you actually have to set this, once you have this lined up, you have to set it at a quarter reverse for the plug cutter here to work properly. Very bizarre. Very, very bizarre. Let's see if we can get you guys a nice close view here. I don't think I've ever seen a view this close on a plug cutter before, so this should be cool. All right, quarter 0, 0. I'm not even going to turn the. Normally, I'd have my vacuum on, but because you guys are going to be so close to this, it'd be too loud for you guys. So let's rock and roll. For a second. There we go. I'm sorry it's so loud. Okay, so you guys can see here there's a little bit of material that gets kind of stuck inside when you're cutting those down. I don't know if that happens to other drillers. It happens to me, and it actually, I learned from a guy in Japan who does these, who just blew my mind. He completely changed the way that I do these. Normally, with a regular plug cutter, you'd be able to hit the ball, like basically literally slam down on it, and it would cut it flush. And he could too, but what he did is he actually showed me. He'd take just a paring knife and just cut a switch grip down there, and then he'd actually feel around the surface of it, and he'd look for high spots, and he'd just gently take off the high spots with a knife. Now, I'm probably doing something incredibly dangerous because my fingers so close to it. There. Beards are cool. Ladies love them. If you're in the wilderness, you can store food in them for later. Somebody once told me that they used to eat honey and let it drip into their beard so that later they'd have honey. Ha ha. All right, so we've taken a little bit here. Now we're going to get out our bevel. We're going to do a little work here. This is going to be loud. I'm sorry, guys. All right, now you'll see that I actually use that beveler not just for beveling the top of the hole there, but actually around the top. It gave me a nice smooth start on the top of my thumb there. Where's my cut sheet there? There we go. I'm very particular about my thumb, so then I take a sheet of 800, and I actually just, I do this for all my customers as well. People that I drill for, and I just give it a nice soft rub, just so that there's no hard edges, and it's nice and glassy all the way around. That way it's comfortable, it feels like the surface of the ball coming off your hand. All right, so we got thumb hole done. Should probably check it to make sure it works. We got, I keep one of my thumbs here with me all the time, so that when I'm doing these, I can just drop it in, lock, unlock, bing. Should be good. All right, I'm gonna check for questions here. Well, we got a second. So let's see what we got here. Hey, Tony. Awesome. Inside his pro shop there, he's actually got us. You poor guys having to look at us. Oh boy. Well, I don't know about Scoops. Scoops is a catch, but wow, I'm a chud. All right, so we've got ourselves nicely done switch grip thumb. We still got to take care of those fingers up there. Let's turn the ball here and give it a quick clean out. And we're going to give it a bubble. All right, now you guys can see right here, I always bevel just the very tops of the fingers. If you leave them sharp, they will tend to crack a little bit more. And it's a little more comfortable for myself personally. I have wrecked my hands many a time by not beveling my fingers and having it to catch on here. Yeah, you start to get cracks on the inside of your fingers on your creases here, so you guys can see that. So in here and in here. So I always make sure to bevel them all nice. All right, so I'm just going to finish up real quick on the beveling here, and then we're going to take it over to the scale. I'm just going to do a quick cleanup here. Somewhere, my mom's going to watch this, and she's going to be laughing because I'm cleaning up after myself, something that I never did when I was a kid. All right, so let's zoop-a-doop-doop-doop-doop over to the scale. Ooh, that's kind of a neat angle. File it down here for you guys. Perfect. All right. So, a couple of important things when scaling a ball. I don't know how many pro shops do this. It's a minor annoyance of mine to not do this. So when you're weighing somebody's ball, make sure that the press is free from obstacles that might otherwise make it not read right. Secondly, before I weigh any ball on a day when I'm drilling, I always zero out my scale. You can see my scale there is pretty awesome, pretty tight. Right on the bevel. Couple of reasons. Not a lot of people weigh at tournaments anymore, but there are tournaments that do weigh. And, you know, it doesn't matter if it's an 1/8 over. If you're over, you're over. It's illegal. And I would never want to see anybody go to a tournament and have an issue that way. So I always zero out my equipment, make sure everything is calibrated properly before I start working. Goes with the press, definitely goes with the scale. All right, so one thug. Can anybody tell me what's wrong here if I want to do this? No? Bueller? Bueller? Oh, that's right, there's no chat. If I were to put this on here right now without any finger inserts in it and without a thumb insert in it, it wouldn't be a true weight. Finger inserts weigh something. The thumb insert definitely does, anywhere up to a couple of ounces. So I always take a pair, I keep an old pair of inserts and I stuff them in the ball so that I can have proper finger weight. And then I grab my thumb insert as I try to kill myself. Drop it in. And then we're going to grab my Prosect. It's the cool tool that all the pro shops have. This is what I use to put all those lines on the ball. All right, so let's measure this sucker up. So I actually put a line on the side of my scale here to make it easier for me to line things up. And we're going to make sure that this is exactly, making sure that the lines line up that we put on there the first time with my Prosect. And the lines this way line up. And we're going to find out how much this weighs. So after drilling, this ball is 15 pounds and a 1/4 ounce on this side. Now we're going to go to the PAP side where the hole would go if we needed one. We don't know if we need one yet. So let's line this up. Boom, lines. Let's see what we're at here. This side is a little bit heavier. So this ball is a 1/2 ounce to the PAP side, so 1/2 ounce of negative weight here. So I will be probably putting a hole in that later. And I'll talk about where I'm going to put it in a second, just so you guys know, but I won't actually make you watch me drill it. So we are +5 on the side here. Now we'll go finger thumb weight. We'll measure the thumb side first so we can figure out what the fingers are at. So bam, bam. Back to 0. So our thumb is right there. It's 15, 1 and a 32nd, and we'll flip it around here. go. Lines and lines. Ooh, definitely got some finger weight here. Let's see what we got. We are 1 ounce even on finger. Okay, so what that means, oops, sorry guys, is there's 1 extra ounce at the front of the ball, and we have ½ an ounce over here in the negative quadrant for a right-handed bowler. So I'm going to add a weight hold to this. I want to keep the finger weight because it is within legal tolerances. The USB-C allows you to have 1 ounce finger weight and up to 1 ounce on either side of the ball for side weight. So I'm probably going to end up moving a hole somewhere into the P2 area. Now, for those of you who don't know that, when you drill a ball, it becomes asymmetric. And you can actually, in fully asymmetric balls, you can actually measure from where that little white dot, the mass bias is, up to your valve line, which is the one of how fast the ball responds to friction. And you can count back and find the best place to get the most response out of the ball. If you want to find out more about it, if you go onto the bowling wiki, Mo Pinnell put together just an amazing spreadsheet on asymmetric weight holes using the gradient line system. And I highly recommend, if your Pro Shop guy hasn't read it, if you want to suggest it to him, or if you are a Pro Shop guy, it really makes a huge difference in equipment. It used to be in the old days, you put a hole up or down, in or out, pretty much on your path line. Now, by moving it around quadrant to quadrant, you can really change the way the ball reacts. You can actually get 40% more reaction out of a ball, out of what the drilling does to the ball, with where you place your thumb. So if I were to do that, first what I would do is I'd run this on a determinator to find out where the new mass bias is. But for the sake of this, we're going to say it's right. Well, before we drilled it, it was actually right here. And if I were to go, basically, 6 3/4 inches away, would be somewhere here. This would be a P1 hole. So I'll show you here on our valve line. P1 hole reduces flare and reaction by 20%. That would be at 2.25 inches. A P2 hole is basically right around your pap, and that is at 4.5 inches. Sorry, no. Scratch that. Use a calculator because math is good. P3 hole is at 4.5 inches, which would be somewhere around here. That can increase by 20%. And if you were to put a hole right in the P4, which is better known to a lot of people as the double thumb, that will increase the ball's flare and its reaction from drilling up to 40%. Okay, I got one more thing to show you guys, and then I'm done for the night. We didn't get to the Primo. Maybe I will tape something cool for you guys, or maybe I'll do another online for the Primo, so you guys can check it out. There's one thing that really irritates me, and I want to show you guys because of how much it irritates me. In quad inserts, they have these really cool, let's see if I can get it close enough so you guys can see it here. They have these really cool lines right here on them. They serve a dual purpose. The first one is they're a cut line on a standard finger drilling at 2 1/4 inches or 2 1/8 inch, depending on which school of drilling that you think of. On a regular one where you don't have to decrease the amount of finger weight. That's a cut line. So that you can cut right along that and it'll fit perfectly into a ball. Secondly, this cool little line here delivers glue all the way around the insert. It drives me batty when people put glue all the way around here and just cake it all the way around the finger. It's not good for the insert, and it's actually really not good for the ball. When you put too much glue on there, it doesn't allow the ball to flex, it doesn't allow the insert to flex, and it'll actually cause your ball to ring out. You'll get those rings around the fingers. Same thing with thumbs. If you put too much glue in and putting a thumb slug or a thumb insert in, it will cause your ball to ring out. So you can actually put 3 little dots. I usually go 1 at the bottom, 1 here, and 1 here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me try that again. 1 at the bottom of here, and then kind of like a triangle. This channel here will actually bring that all the way around and give you enough traction to let the ball flex, let the insert flex, and not hurt your ball. So when if you're changing your own inserts, please do not slather in the glue. More glue is not good. Looks like we might have a question here. Oh. Oh, Tony had the answer. Missing finger grips and thumb when you're drilling it out. Tony is an awesome pro shop guy. And if you guys are if you're in the Washington area, Eddie and the guys in oh God, I'm really sorry here, guys. In Boiling, it really drives me nuts now. You know what? You deserve better than this, so I'm going to deliver it to you. I've received 11 messages. Holy moly. Let's see here. Eddie Curtis at the Pro Shop at Boiling. I just completely ruined your guys' name. I'm really sorry about that. But you guys are awesome as well. If you're looking for a good pro shop in that area, I definitely go talk to them. If you guys are in the Pennsylvania area, I know that Mr. Machuga is a next level pro shop. Very, very, very smart driller there. He's great with equipment. But as I said, if you go to the IPSIA, the IBPSIA website, you can actually find your local certified pro shop, and you will be able to get the best quality and the best knowledge around. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna drill this weight hole in a little later because you guys have been awesome following along, especially with the technical difficulties we had. Excuse me. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. As I said, I'm going to put out the video on the loudmouth golf pants very shortly for our summer school, as well as one on Inside My Kit, and the one about surface. I'm also going to do one on physical training because I know a lot of people have asked me about that. I should probably be on camera. Hey, look, it's me. I'm going to get one on physical training for you guys. A lot of people have asked me about what I did for the World Series and what I'm doing now, especially recovering from my shoulder injury. I still have to have surgery for it, but it's going to be put off until next summer so that I don't miss out on any action this year. And it's only going to take a few weeks to recover from rather than what we thought was going to be a complete shoulder replacement. So that's kind of awesome. Is there anything else we're forgetting about here? I'll glue the inserts in later. We talked about gluing the inserts. Boy, I just want to thank you guys for coming along with me on this journey tonight. It was definitely an adventure. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook at Laneside Reviews. You can actually get there directly by going to www.lanesidereviews.com. I don't know what else. Do you guys want to know anything else? Is there anything that I haven't covered that you guys want to ask me? This is your show. I wanted to share that with you. Is there something that you guys would like to know? I'm going to give you guys about 3 minutes here because I know there's a bit of a lag. And you can ask me absolutely anything you want, whether it's bowling related or what have you, and I will answer your questions. So I'm going to put you guys up here. Bada bing. And I can answer any questions that you guys have. As you can see, the walls back here are still under construction. We got about halfway through from the sound stage, as we call it, for Laneside Reviews here, and I just got too busy between drilling stuff for customers and training and doing videos. I just I did not finish the entire shop yet. If you got any questions, you can go to the Laneside Facebook and send me a message right now. I have my phone with me. And you can ask me whatever you like. Boy, what else? Oh, I know. I want to thank, I actually want to give a big shout out to Andre Pepe and Zach Wilkins. Zach's a local guy here from Barrie who was at the Detroit Proprietors Cup. They put on an awesome title match, just a spectacular one. As I have said many, many times, I consider myself a decent bowler, but I've never considered myself the best bowler even in my city. If you guys get a chance to watch this Zach kid, he's pretty freaking awesome. I don't want to spend too much time talking about because this is my show. But the kid's really good, and I think you guys are going to see a lot of him when he turns pro. Yeah, you're gonna see him a lot. He's a good guy. Giving a shout out to Scoops out there. I don't know if he's still watching. He might be asleep by now. Does all this stuff with us here at the show, and yeah, it has been really awesome being with you guys. I don't know if I have any really cool stories to tell you guys. I don't see any questions coming in, so I think it's probably the best time to cut it loose. What I will, however, do, if anybody out there has a question, if you send it in by, let's say, the end of this month, so by the end of July, I will do one of these shows. I'll do kind of an AMA with you guys online. I guess we'll be doing it through Twitch. And I will answer any question you guys have, whether it be about bowling, whether it be about anything else. I'll even answer that magical question of how you get signed to a bowling ball company and get sponsored. And I will guarantee you the answer will shock you. I guarantee it. So if somebody wants to hear that, you can just give a shout out to us over on Laneside Reviews, send us a message, and we'll put a whole list of things together so we can answer questions for you guys. So I'm just, I'm going to do some cleaning up here in the shop. I'm going to clean up my Gilmac and drill that thumb hole, probably drill that thumb hole first. And a little less irate now. Goose Fabra, doing much better now. So thank you very much, everybody who came along on this journey with the Thug Corrupt. I will try to get the Primo in there, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. I might just do it as a straight video, but we will find out. I just, as everybody always says, I, myself, Scoops, hashtag Old Guy Wayne, Old Man Wayne, Jimmy, Mr. Phallus, everybody who does our show, we wouldn't be here without you guys. You guys are the reason that we do this show. When I came up for the tour to get ready for it, there wasn't anything out there that had this information. And it would have made my life a lot easier if it was. So I think it's important as a community that we share back and forth and we get this information out there. I highly encourage any of you who are out there to grab your phones, grab a video camera, grab a GoPro, and make lots of videos and talk to people. Tell them about bowling. Let's get the word out there. Let's get into the Olympics. Let's get to what we deserve. I think we have a message. Oh. All right, let's see what we got here. Are you almost done? Yes. Anytime, Tony. Just thanks for the show. Oh, one last thing, very important. I'm going to be going to get my silver level USB-C coaching this weekend coming up. If there's anybody out there who needs help coaching, you can always contact me through my personal Facebook or through Laneside Reviews. And if you are interested in having Scoops and myself come out to your pro shop or come out to your center and doing a coaching clinic and helping you guys out, we are always open to that. Just contact us. We can put something together and try to help out your community. If you're that interested in helping your community, we want to help you. So I guess, guys, until next time, we'll see you laneside. Awkward after broadcast moment when you're trying to shut things down. Quick, look happy.